So then a bema sundiaba Kennedy Bawumia. Do you think that at 1st January 2026 early elections, presidential primaries, in a bit majubre abana?
I can't be because many people independent be brief say the yen in tema na kasa be brave no switcher. And as a yen in terms so elections they yeah some elections but even at their constituency level crown we no for the dome one term na they you need some time for healing until I'm before the car say yen in terms some of us if you say ne kwaso no na mimi me who say normally no omo leaders no ya na omo enyom na problem no omo di echi no
okay
na ya na ekofu for na ade because me say Kennedy any Bawumia hia na so wo kasa di nkomo a e dey na wo odi echi so wo kon tokwa nti omo na ide afutu omo say omo nya asa ade na we are looking for somebody me no when I'm going to vote I will look at the dynamics. So what you say?
But for now, wouldn't you favorite we are?
Oh, I'm almost concluded who I believe can win for us.
Your best take it here, why?
Oh, open say we hadn't become. Now to say what the deal to.
Brand new.
So guy open tissue.
Brand new.
Who will you carry now tissue now? Oh
yeah. Where the feel, bro?
But I have no doubt in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, two about for phone. I mean, you lose relation for phone. Now my journey, you know, my class I've looked at all the candidates, and I have come to firm conclusion. Almost 95%. It's not even 100%. 95%. I've come to a firm conclusion. Say there's a particular candidate who beat me a boy. I might me a winning.
Is it yeah? Twice one is some.
I'm so petition. 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 No director. No cha. Petition so on pay me cry. No, we shall to pay.
Also boombe. Petition.
Petition no on pay mo. Until no open. Now, say, I'm not giving you indication of who you. I'm saying that open to lot of numbers. I'm not going to
think more. I find someone Honorable Kwame Abuja, or the two Rose Minister, and some of Kika say, I'm people about Betina Kunya. So, Kwanya, I'm claim some Monye, and was say, why inspection talk. As former Rose Minister, what is a road minister? Edia Tuja say, akwanya hodoa MPP aban betina konwa so mu claim so maye no entisa no no aye inspection tour o makwa aprobo akohwe akwan bi nom 1000 kilometers kranya de se o mahu bi no dedi kan ete wo sen epemo eye wo sen
yo I think say SSM mama fu hu say opanyina o road minister sisi ya no o obi a minim de pa me no en the co university na ye nyina were the same hall of residence, Independence Hall, and I the same faculty, which is now the College of Architecture and Planning, Arts and Built Environment, which is Faculty of Architecture and Planning. Now you be a professionally no or any juma kama. Now, unfortunately, no, about politics now. I'm saying, yeah, now politics, no, the more. So, parliament, kasa, na so, to kasa, na oma, politics, no. It didn't need too much. No, I haven't. Now, so ask me, okay, this is not the first time, kasa. Oh, or you maybe say, in fact, okay, maybe, flower pot, interchange, no, and then I know papa or trot or say, projects no unim say we start a project there are something we call variations. It means vary.
Yeah.
So what I say into what we try to say you start a project na the figure ni say and see we na the figure no say a browser no umpini say corruption bi and so no nimpa the entire course because project ni start here no the scope no exercise ma increase no into my cost no cost but knowing very well say sanity no or true BB for Ghanaians to think say the MPP are corrupt. Nti idea politics da no way.
PB wo pɛ na sem sa. Anyi mo ye de wa wo ka kire ne se wonyema wa na.
Yo bafo ana bono hini de na me fan
Bono hini
dedi kan no me fa enchama otifo.
Okay.
Na minya invitation say me ba be dwumadi wa he na asase mi nse mu ye twi sa o.
Ye twi pa.
Nti e kan no na me say asase also da bi asase pa.
Okay.
Na minim.
Okay.
Na me ba mo hu say mo bo adwuma pa me fa konya wi so abo mabaso pa me say ma ba pen but me ba no me ba
BBC for no
okay ba me kambo for say na ya mo ono so no ya adwuma BBC no bofo no papa bi enye bofo
enye DB
na Kofi B and cre na meka say boni meka say na your mutual friends.
Okay.
Enti abra obo sa de dwom no Bantama
Kwesi Boakye no
me nso me Bantama ni yo me Bantama ho na me nyini akopem se we university a me kwa abuchi.
Okay.
Enti tama nenyo no bae no Kwesi Boakye Bantama Kwesi Boakye no bia de link me ade o papa na me so me papa nso de Kwesi Boakye
o papa wo
okay friend Benjamin Kwesi Boakye iti na obia kasa ade e o papa na ba na enye me papa. Enti abra me contest MP no for the Eco Bantama no. And now we say enyom no eni me din na amafo so frame Bantama senso Boakye. Eni me din no ese. Enti no obey remiss.
E di ama
me. Through mutual friend back former member of parliament. Enti oye we ti enyom no enyom ye me de. And as at na me ko launch me campaign of Bantama. No so okoye program bi wo say Western Central region aba nti no ba one me beko kuma senior ko lunch campaign 107.3 asase ade be chi ama ya ko beti say okoye program wo Central region aka ba bi.
Wow.
Yeah, was
ade be chi am ko lunch campaign no.
Yeah. Na ko bank na on makokuma se no. It was very devastating for me. Now in papa wapa name so say the wonim no na e dey ye nti ya me fa ne currency
right. You ready come about deal that the lumba so free moment me say honestly you be a wo ka or soft spot for MPP.
Yeah.
Na you are we na there. And then now what the kai the lumba na fi ending come.
That the lumba I am the kind of the first time that I got minya personal touch with him. Mene Nana Kufuado. That time now your opposition leader. I'm saying, yeah, you remember maybe a surgery. It's an spinal surgery. That time I'm saying what say. Central here, chill baby. It's a coheno. Mene Nana Kufuado, the honorable Kokofu, former Bantama MP, and in Pennyphobia, near coheno. If you are not obey Madame ama na abrano brand na yetimi kasa eche no na say no ho fa no papa nti tama be hunu bia no na hu se no ho nya den se de etie no eni se be week or so ago it is as some bonny say enne enno anadwuna na na Kufuado no wotukwan obedun Ghana.
Okay.
Nti awie ena minimi colleagues, the former appointees of the Kufuado's government, no, Yekuja no, Emma Nekochia Ebusia. I'm say, Ubie dia dance say for contemporary high life day. And they call if you're not president, no Bobo high life won't be full. I mean, the cry. Intino, me contemporary high life. That's what I'm familiar with. Say any fee day, me nini say. Ghana will be abonyum consistently a de a hiti in that dilumba. Now for babia ubia kanasem. And say in chepi, you say na Prince King Charles. Now he did me Juma DKCB or Buckingham Palace. Sending him crown or bono. Yeah. A chair say a global figure. na Brohen so do nim no. Owo de sana yakopon ahye no. Penfo se obretwa owo.
Yeah.
Enyina ebedumre bi no. Ehue bi. De hia ne se wo asase so a bedi djuma na ede enkoso ede mpuntuo abramansa. Bedi djuma a ede nipa beka nipa bom na etimi aboama nipa abrabo atumpon.
Okay. Right. Meda say yabekọ na fe ya hwe substantive issue da bama so but nyame ya domo da wochina o meye vigil ama dead lumba deal e wo Black Star Square. Me ba sisi ya me ba ebedi nkomo. Akraba nya akwa bro no mama me nkona me ne Honorable Francis Asenso Boakye ni nkomo afi no abeke ho ahye no so ma me say Hana Ghana ti ha na say uti. Honorable, once again good evening.
Good evening, Ibrahim.
Baby aboko dia.
Adom.
Yedi kan Ghana edase MPP edase what pay with dues or Ghana what pay with dues in MPP and ade a manage ho no say obi wo hokra na yekeka kwan asemi yankotifie or the brackets or then they don't dey kuro ho no madam mfa ho because abana co-position but there be still MPP eda wakoma so and inti anadwi ye no ewo ha ye bedi nkomo afa nsem a onabo kwame agoja wode tu dwa Rose Minister ensem okeka kan ye say MPP aban betina konya so kwan ya mu claim sem aye mo nyeye and was say waye inspection tour akoko mia bebre 1000 kilometers road kra no ohun se motimi atwa de kan bantima te say constituency te say
bantima de mi ni se boni bia o
okay
me say bantima constituency no me di ni pa say de me se me omudi ye no me ba akunwa isu first time me be contest no both am nyaye na percentage wise no na obi antimi nya bi sa obantima and I even national no doing MPP no obi antimi nya bi sa I got 89%.
Wow.
Of the votes.
Secret then.
Well, I think I'm probably the only person who was born and raised and also hail from the constituency.
Okay.
And you know, that personal connection is there. Exactly. And answer crana maybe soon the SMB MP no beko no ma charge so so two anamon bebre e ma omunya gidi omu say nyame adom na so momam sa akonya na metimi aye adwuma no nse no boy na ye kowie na me say siki re-election no na obianu senke betimi anya abro since akra de nya the previous year no and so akoba na sa and so that notwithstanding they still remain the highest in MPP, the higher percentage of votes. The whole Ghana wow. MPP 85%. And you know say last election there 65 and obi antiase afina still you're trying to come to terms with it, but still no me busa percentage aminya and I'm say obi na otiminya bisa I think the closest was 79% by another yeah intino omni me edini intino boni bi ani ho
right
boni bi ani ho mpuntu na na iguso edeko
in opposition still what me development
kakra send any opposition MPD na zo onye hwe no so ye no ma
and is for opposition almost
and right cry no hospital bi French Intruso Hospital one of the very important health facilities in Kumasi, constituency, but there's several other constituencies and even beyond Ashanti region. And I say, enrich, I think Monday, come on, hospital beds, mattress,
wow.
And the monitors, and if you chairs, I say, say, no, here pa. Into you want there, but the first is 20 year in Yacheswa.
Right, life in opposition, send a tweet too.
I have some time now. I'm able to provide some oversight. I can say
responsibilities.
Me personal businesses be now first. No me nyakwan intimi from a ninko home. Itimi ye. And my meeting so a common constituency near my fuku dinkuta home. And my me so me spending more time with my family. First no more hume be bresa and there. mano
ade be china kra no anso be ko school kra no hu ani
exactly first so the 90s and it ko fie ansa no mada first no obe sorry no na oko school na wo ada na sorry because obe ba na anajopa inti no personally no ama me time kakra ama me timinya madwuma so parliament sin first no
right. I say after me yanko nsem ne ni nkomo ye be di party nkomo kakra nse na mamo wako but yenko ensem mu ankasa as former road minister what is road minister edia tudwa say akwanya hodo a MPP aban betina konwa so mu claim so maye no entisa no no aye inspection tour o makwa probo akohwe akwan bi nom 1000 kilometers kranya de say o mahu bi no yedi kan ete wo sen epemo eye wo sen.
Yo, I think that as a semi mama who say opinion our road minister sisiano or will be a minimum the pa no and the core university now you the same hall of residence independence hall and I the same faculty which is now the college of it's architecture and planning as and built environment, which is faculty of architecture and planning. Now you be a professionally no or energy kama. Now, unfortunately, no about politics now. I'm saying now politics no any demo. So parliament kasa na so tiusu kasa na oma politics no. It didn't know too much. No na na no. Now so ask me okay, this is not the first time or kasa. Oh, yeah, maybe say. In fact, okay, maybe flower pot interchange ni biano. Then I know papa no trot say projects no. When you say who start project, there are something we call variations. It means vary.
Yeah.
So I say into what trot was say you start project na the figure ni say. And see we na the figure no. Say a brosa no umpini say corruption bill. And so no nimpa the entire course because project in the start here no the scope no SSI my increase no it's my cost no cost no but knowing very well say sanity no or true BB for Ghanaians to think say the MPP are corrupt and the idea politics that no way ebium or bad vetting I point no bad vetting and then the first time I can say rules na is here no enye no kre intino ema me call parliament abra na ye confirm the nomination of parliament na I spoke in support of him no me cheche mu what the 13,624 kilometers na you know the various components they tie me cheche mu
right me patron
ebia
for the sake of our listeners intino saying susu bio kilometers na saying
okay I'll records what Ministry of Roads and Highways. And I think it's important that I underscore the fact say data na what ministry hono a politician be an
okay
politician be will generate data
artificial
and yet we have a very competent directorate if you know monitoring and evaluation directorate or more offices or region be anti contract be a besan you start work now or na call every day cause site you could make sure say be a contract in be is happening on site you may deal with be a record waba information on the no accurate nobody can dispute that information on the buy at the end of 2024 December 2024 na a Juma road projects and I say road interventions na Akufo-Addo aban aye no na e cover 13,624 kilometers for 8 years na Akufo-Addo ba be adwuma no
okay
na when no ma side compare say abra na President Mills ni President Mahama war for 8 years no omomo road project road interventions omo ye no e 4,636 kilometers. Let's just say the Akufo-Addo year over 3 times more than the previous any Mahama first government no ebe ye. Na sa record we no boni beka say unprecedented. E bin si Ghana da. Na the tie ba ansa ne say na Akufo-Addo. Un say obi a unimde. Na he's read a lot and traveled far. Oh, we are see. Into when you ma ye aban so ye oba. We can talk about the education, but that's one of his firm belief. So maybe a bit tumpo a solid education and a dedicated population.
Yeah.
And it's now yes again a can do no or the better educating of. We can go into that if time but he also believes say answer na mo bia be koso no e just say road infrastructure no you elevating no.
Okay.
In America the entire America too pompa and say at a point in their life no in 1960s 70s no or me say all the states no they are going to build highways, dual carriage highways to connect all the American states. Or me no the return on investment per $1 no was $6, 600% on investment into the road. Which say when you put in place good road infrastructure, it drives economic growth.
You can rake in revenue from it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is the belief, man. Nana Akufo-Addo. Yes, any what the Ghana Sikano, ebe share road construction. Into we even at a period we had what we called year of roads. So unprecedented investment, unprecedented outcomes in the form of road interventions up to 13,624 kilometers.
Right.
Now,
me too.
And this is for no, it that achievement it unsettles them.
Okay.
I'm
trying to say that.
And they know said to be very difficult, maybe very difficult
for them to achieve
that. And you know, one strategy they are using is to water it down. Say omo be too futuro ni futuro gu Ghana for ni say e wenye no kre ya anya bibia sa. Enti enano gwade omo koye accountability han wo Jubilee House. And now panyin road minister Sakuru repeat the same thing. Or say obey a minister no akọ Ghana nyina Rose say ya ye no. Oh the nanopa and I'm here say okay. Road project ba kwa opanyin fa so tem bia okọ no constituency. Whole main road dualization. You come with Facebook and then me to one upon pictures and you know beautiful project. The bia opanyin or call Kroma adakulu ufra Accra ofaso.
Abana MPP aban completely here.
MPP aban actual construction started in 2017.
Okay.
Year you be bia complete.
Ofaso
de bia enum crown was won. And in no way say a deliberate attempt to throw dust in the minds of the Ghanaian. And you know, me so no ministry no man kocha ho. Obi we say injury time minister. Me call no na first quarter. First quarter me got twice no. Me sua no kakra free ho. No ma ye nyina me nua panyin na asem ofa ono abo amakwata. Me pa odi nyina na hihia na oda to nyina no. Eko twice.
Okay.
Ama ye time no so no ye bi ka ho. Ama it me achieve this unprecedented enti abroad cast bim no and me da na me need some for kasai na me ka say I don't know yes sir when we say data we say okoto the nika kra ni say okọ ministry ho no why reshuffle.
Okay.
We're changing crofobia ho. But the only director one changing is the director of monitoring and evaluation. Okay. The person who compiled this data no. Ono kwa no answer no. Let's say oh DJ no. Now one to me question no. he cannot caution him anyway because when he said this is the true data. But Oba Publica and Oba kind of for because they know that our record of unprecedented achievement in the road sector no on settle into 10 bia no pese water down. The interventions are here no obia of course you know very well say we am build the road over bia.
Yeah.
You know very well. Tama ye buy no. MPP are buying. Na researcher ministry na ye say network size. Ghana road network size no. As at 2017 no. Na 78,402 kilometers. 78,402 kilometers. As at the year 2022.
Oh, no, but show me back. For Manusi, Senebeya, if you for the Betia, see, no. O Casa 78,402 kilometers. No, now Patrick saying, O Casa Heritage, 78,402. No, so what here to the ordinary Ghanaian, to the lay person on the street.
Network, I who Juma or Ghana. I bet you. A quine.
Okay.
You bet two, MP for bet two.
Okay.
Nay, 70,402.
Okay.
By 2022, no, now ye be a kahwama no grow ABC 94,203. Now the word now ya twaso. Reporter ministry for no me be free omo kan say omo provisional data. HSA by end of 2024 no. Na increase yako 130,000 kilometers.
Wow.
This is unprecedented. It means Ghana had that. And this is not a data Asenso ye. This is not a data Amakwata ye. Nye data Akufo-Addo ye. Engineers data or mere civil servants. Technocrats ministry. Now there bakwa so far yana hame Ghana journalists for no say. My politicians in Kwane Kasa. They don't let the civil servants speak. And I say experts speak. Inti kame Abuja be kan we na Kasa so bo so we can different thing. Na ko makofa expert bia we ye adwuma wo ministry order we nim emu no so abe e fe no fact check.
But yes and this ya by omo mpam nipa no. Obeka no klase be yinadi.
Well, not necessarily someone who is at post.
Okay.
So if you are retired, if you want to a consultant to the do all there any kumbuku cry. And go for and then mobile or you will be ready and then my teachers Ghana Maritime Authority. People who have worked there for the last 15 years. You made and Castle say my okay, the any one who cry in an hour.
Right, remember say you touch a handful of rosa akwanya hodoa say data no ha
the individual roads
kakra the handful of rosa by the by or touch because was no movie and probably bia na Ghana ni BT obeka okay bia akwana ewo he but say ni ha we can find an appropriate time say
the same oh of course I one can how be
okay
be say the Botema road you say ofa soda
yeah ofa Botema road ni so
bia ka ho asem ba ko bia me call commission ye ewo say attachment ya bechem kusi akomadan first class road. Flower pot interchange. You saw it. Tema interchange. Tema roundabout interchange. Phase 1, phase 2. You saw it. Ubechebi interchange. Phase 1, phase 2. NDC 4x for 8 years. No more year 5 interchanges. Then Akufo-Addo. 9.
Wow.
And no crown. Now we are about 7. Now and also under various stages of completion. You come Takra there. If you be PTC, Kwame Nkrumah circle or Takra there interchange. It's over 80% complete. Na the intia yentimi anwi ansa na yefiri ono. Unim death exchange program na ba no. Ema abofo a na yedu omo kan nyina no. Omo redraw omo sika na DS construction. Nti one of the projects affecting no. Enso so no eno kra me ka ho asem parliament Wednesday no. Because as the road minister no na me ne finance minister agree say by the end of 2024 let's say abofo no fast can maya you be budget for the current year. Okay. Yeah, you saw a bicycle complete. I asked a question. Oh, Parliament. I mean, Busa road minister and say, "At the end, moment me alpha, almost so called big push, no. Moment me alpha pushy PTC and then Nungwa the answer and so Akahono. They should have used the big push to complete that. And so no because the MPP project is starting. When you say Omuria Serbia song, ebi Akufo-Addo and MPP ne beje ho enmunya. Enti roads need there. I have all the data, but the single you need there. Ma meti assess can na ka be kan asem but for every region, I can tell you the number of kilometers we worked on.
So quickly, send a bear for the benefit of the doubt. Make a NDC for you say presidents or monitor because women say Hana Ghana tie. Mamu region no any kilometers a hood.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I've been
yeah, we bring our party. Yanko mantam. But before okay, Yanko, where ready? Yanko mantam.
So at the regional level, for instance, Central Region. Yeah, by no 94 I 397 kilometers.
Okay.
Is a Akufo-Addo by 1,008 kilometers.
Wow. Central Region Gwan.
That is a 154% increase from what the NDC did and what the MPP did in 8-year period, the same period. Ashanti Region is even higher. A by no 94 years 781 kilometers. Akufo-Addo year 2,126. That is 172 kilometers. Percent increase. That is unprecedented. About being why in Ashanti region, why roads a chain and Akufo-Addo. Not even half. And it goes through across the regions. In Western region, we did 34% more than what they did. In Bono region, we did 228% more. 155 kilometers. No? Yeah, by 509 kilometers. The same as if I say Bono East. You know, quite almost a report on the by just say 1,000%, 1,079%. Our Bono East. For 134% more than what NDC did. Everywhere, region by region. Let me pull Greater Accra. Say no, Honey one. Greater Accra, they did 665 kilometers. MPP did 2,055 kilometers.
No.
And you know, because of that,
Basa data we a war. Roads and highway.
I'm documenting. And I'm here. I'm documenting.
And depend on person king.
And he knows that we're handing over no sir. Technocrats no a tray. He knows that. And they admire our record.
Okay.
And they want to do something to match our record. And that is why they have brought this so-called big push. And the big push, big push any. Into Wednesday, we can have some more parliament.
Okay.
We can have some more parliament. Say the big so-called big push, I've studied it carefully as a former minister, and I've realized that it's neither big, nor balanced, nor strategic.
The big push.
It's not big.
And yet strategic.
It's not balanced. It's not strategic.
Why do you say that?
Okay. I've already Medical catch you say road construction and a travel economic development. So if you want to use Ghana's oil to go into road construction, what you have to do is to make sure that
now country the mommy.
Yes, or you say Obama build the roads are connect the economic centers. In Nene Akufo-Addo's second NPP's government, next government, between myself as road minister and the Ministry of Finance, what we had agreed on was to do what we call economic roads.
Economic roads.
Economic roads.
Yeah, economic roads in our patch, and why economic roads?
There are some roads, we are a beboa mana drive economic development. Na omana enyesika. Omana enyesika na yedi aye other roads. In economics, there is something we call propelling sectors.
Okay.
The propelling sectors in here where we invest here. Capital expenditure. At the full.
Okay.
Not necessarily capital expenditure. For instance, in a sector like tourism, okay, if you go to countries like Morocco, countries like Cape Verde, sika omo free tourism no, and omedi rules, omedi big infrastructure, a driver economic development. And you know, ubet free tourism. Why don't we invest? Knowing very well that say the returns no, the same as roads. So when him say this particular road, you see, I make say Kumasi, Accra, you can talk about it. The expressway you can talk about it. But I've always maintained say if we had spent money to construct the Accra Kumasi road, the dual carriage Accra Kumasi road, e can emphasize Ghana ebinyano. Enka ebe bebre ama yetimi grow economy no ama yenyeska. Until we are going to do what we call economic roads. Quickly complete the Accra Kumasi. We do Accra Cape Coast to Takrade, Takrade to Kumasi, Kumasi to Tamale, Tamale to Bogapaka and to Wa. So we yes our roads we are. We open up the economy. People can move everywhere. Traders can move. When you produce goods, you can send it anywhere. You better yesika. That is what we are talking about. Now we are big pushy. Road projects in big pushing. No, it say he's targeting certain regions.
Yeah, big push, you know.
Big push, you know.
Right.
Start with what they targeting some regions be neglecting, obviously neglecting Greater Accra region and Ashanti region. Okay.
Big push, you know, so be ya kwan no.
Oh.
And Krampupini mantam ni Asante mantam de.
Wow, mention because Honorable Abujabaye no. Obaye, one of his first statements, or corner of Kokan say, MPP for the Greater Accra Kwani year rules. Ashanti region Kwani year rules. The Busa say, the D18 year rules to serve people, to connect economic centers so that you can move goods and services from one place to the other. Ghana's economy, the population, Greater Accra and Ashanti region account for over 35% of the votes of the population. And these two regions, and the economic heartbeat of our country. And so if you are bringing a road development program, you call it big push, and you want to use emotions, say, in the past, in the high roads, let's just say you don't know what you are doing.
So honorable Mebo, Asantefo no say big push, you know. Yeah, touch on roads, you know. Asantefo no we deny them.
One target. Yeah, and his point is also percent was stop. We use the parliament as well. Council also stop rural urban migration. Into your roads no a year. We roads no a but a cry here roads there. We call it agricultural rules and our farm rules and our feeder rules. Yeah. But you don't build effort. Baby, you mentioned say or more fire more ban so many. Of course, you say road, but your type of road sometimes you cry no call. I've been to a farm in America near Chicago. Road no na yentaso. But the drubio so many daso. it's not tied. Go tell you so. So now a friend of agricultural road, a friend of farm road, or a feeder road.
Yeah,
that is what a person people buy a person a day drip machines no. Say the buyer obi akwakoti no buy beer no bet me their back town very fast. So I tell you. Now also we could build the asphalt in the world small towns to stop a year. If I say, yeah, and I can't be down with me grab bank and tell me what. Exactly, can't I'm with me easy. So it's it's targeting. It's not targeting the economic centers, and it's not a good thing. It's not strategic. That's what I'm saying. It's not strategic. The toss me the program also neglecting certain key roles are now your crowd are starting.
Okay.
For instance, now you're starting a Kwabiwo, Ashanti region, a friend of Kokobin and New Kanta. Udu Kumasi and Soposo called Boakye. It's one of the busiest roads. We had the more commencement on Moye Juma. Big program, big push program nearby, no, or may year free.
Kokobin and New Kanta.
Solar wa,
but maybe young Conan Kakra, na Ghana Fontias. MPP by Sa Kokobin and Riasin Quanta. Adrian Nkwanta road no na stage ben MPP free so na do stage
I think they have done about 10% because be since November muno
na mo start
and I started
10% no waja ni nyina
I think it's even more, maybe 20%. I can provide the figure.
Okay, I feel
Solar wa.
Okay,
I signed the contract for Solar wa. And so my year from say it's a very important road. I tell you Bukwada so I Kwame down so contractor was on site. Emma the MP no my brother Chumesi you can know the difference according to one so I can be crying man away because time my road no go cast on the color bay. And
na contractor was so
no contractor also.
But a year free.
Yeah, contractor also.
And come big push in home.
And come big push in home. So I said they it's not part of their financing plan. Now, what is even more worrying is that since President Kufuor's time, there has been a strategic plan by Ministry of Roads and Highways, particularly Ghana Highways Authority. To dualize certain strategic roads in the country by starting from Accra to Kumasi, which is the road with the busiest traffic in Ghana. President Kufuor started from Circle Achimota on a year, from Achimota to Ofanko, President Kufuor on a year, from Nsawam to Apegwa, President Kufuor on a year, from bypass I free in Sawam Road no. So and the bypass I can watch him. There's also another bypass a free in Koko main road no. Then you know President Kufuor ye.
Okay.
What the view say enka next government in the bar not go beto aso. And President Kufuor aban free so. And Ghana for the command NDC. And omobaye they did not add a single kilometer of road on the corridor. Did the house say person and Kufuor bye. And here say we will continue with that plan. And see make say ye kwane free Osino ye free enyinem ye free enyiresi ye free Konongo. These are the Bonibeka say the choking points, the urbanized sections of the corridor. Uduwa inipa bebre ho ye di jo ho ntino traffic now we could that corner here no one say o kosa now studies have shown say to be complete say a year a very reduced traffic by about 3 hours. I came from Kumasi on Tuesday. Yeah, we drew Konongo with the traffic in bay 2 hours. Konongo drew hono. So me about 3 kilometers being column. Let me the traffic for 2 hours. Meanwhile, there's a project going on. Ye traffic now after Atukunechi. Sa dualization and bypasses. Mahama say on to Asubiu. the physical progress rate of these ranging from 54%, 58% to 100%. There's one that is 100% complete. Mahama say on ye. Now he's now going to build what he calls an expressway, 6 lanes, Accra to Kumasi. It's investment I way no. Ayo. Meanwhile, say ye bypasses here is left with just 94 kilometers. You 94 kilometers now. There's a dual carriage road from Accra to Kumasi. You don't want to complete, finish this plan. You want to start because he knows to say.
Maybe when he plan that will hold that no or besisa no cry.
Besisa no.
I start 10 for.
Now when you ade oko Kumasi to. O ka kire Ashanti region for say. Obesta expressway no. Na ebe start next year. Now obe wie project no. Asa no fra banso. What it means is he's going to use less than 3 years
to complete
to
execute
that project. I stand here today.
No, continue.
May a former minister for Works and Housing and Infrastructure Ministry. May a former minister for Roads and Highways. I'm also a trained planner. Nothing serious went into that announcement by the president. For me, it's just a political path.
107.3.
Because
now you just be about talk.
Exactly. It be about talk. And a lot of Rebecca says sales talk and carry. Because Wednesday, and Abuja is supposed to the president. Was it project no? A fake crown or mobile high consultant. I'm gonna be feasibility studies. Now, when you feasibility study, how do you determine say project exactly? Because you feasibility study now, and now the soil test. Oh yes, soil test. Now the capacity of the soil. If you crown now, could do baby, so breaky rock and send what you have to us. There is no design. There is no environmental impact assessment. And you go through procurement processes to hire, first of all, a consultant and secondly, a contractor. That process can take a year. So on what basis did President Mahama make that announcement to say the project will start next year and it will be completed by the time he leaves office? It's propaganda. They just want to undermine the road project to Kumasi the same way that they did when they were in the office for 8 years. Hadrin. The choir move from the money fast no. Hadrin. That's somebody omakoma and emotions. I just cannot understand why the president and his government and the minister wants to abandon an existing project that is more than halfway through.
Number two saying stage, completion stage. Number two saying
because it bypasses no. The physical progress no, it ranges from 58% to 100%.
Okay.
And skaka kremi say omudi shem yewie. Na ewie e hono nko na e be reduce traffic by 3 hours. Then we do the next day Kumasi okwa. It's like 8 hours. Yeah. Now you the 94 now yen dualizing and 2 hours to Kumasi. You can get there. 2 hours, 2.5. You can get there.
From trying to Kumasi.
Yes, you can get there. But also Omobe expressway. The says cannot castle the expressway no. It can do dual carriage to Accra from Accra to Kumasi. It can do dual carriage from Accra to Cape Coast.
No, but you need for
now at me another one cry maybe a Eastern Corridor cry the best me that twice so I'm so it's a bit me I other important project a person will use or this kind of cost what's abandoning jettisoning an existing project. I say this kaka be the same one and to perform the same duty functions.
As a former roads minister, I then the baba be decide they say Akwanya ye baby aye dri ye de kakra bi ka ho a ye be wie kwan yi no be decide say there be me ko start bi fufuro kra na aban na ofra kunwa so de no mabo to
politics politics cause women say we say project na the MPP for next start here ye na be ji ho animunyam it was say no now on why abro politics politics.
No,
politics.
We have a long way to go.
We have a long way.
And
na Dr. Bawumia ama ya MPP antra so amia nyi juma partner. Omodi Ghana for abro. Bibrika. Nkrofobia na mo constituency ye to oba no no be ye kwakoto omani ba hu no na
ye be di fie nkomo pa akwan wodo a MPP aban betena konwa so aban no ye nwure ye di nkomo no was 13,624 kilometers eno ani akwan ya asa December 2024 na MPP aban aye ehin na yenye sika free ya akwan because man who say abay we decide this pension for or musika and or de be akwan e wo kroma.
Oh,
your take on it.
Say yeah aban no. Yenye sika free gold, yenye sika free oil, yenye sika free cocoa. This kind na ba. That's what we have the and a revenue. You know, you have a consolidated fund from the revenue. And foreign receipts, exports, the banner. And one need to be education, and one need to be all government expenditure. Yeah, decided say, apart from education, this can be shame. We are also prioritizing expenditure or spending into road infrastructure. But just a matter of priority. Remember earlier on, I said you'll be a friend of propelling sector. If you invest in that sector, you get more returns. Then you make money. Because, for instance, cocoa. If you invest in cocoa, it means the cocoa cocoa rows. Cocoa rows means that cocoa communities no rows. Exactly. So when I talk about economic rules, these are the kind of rules I'm talking about. It has direct bearing on productive sectors. Other sectors. We prioritize road construction, road development. Yes.
Right. I feel no abeke ho a Shannon's mama say asase part 107.3. Honorable Francis Asenso Boakye ne need nkomo former Minister of Roads and Highways. One concern about akwan a sa Pukiase eko nsawom suhum kwan na MPP aban brebe na aban no MPP aban na we na dwen se obetumi awie sa kwan so far mudru he na mujan se because to enforce this aban ba your mum person beto aso and they say they are amana kese contractors
it's part of the dualization project. It's part of it. In that session there's no road in Ghana traffic wasa kwan so the essence and aban decide say because the traffic was so yin biem na casa apply the communities around omo lane nko na dey echo straight to Nsawam to Kumase to omo nya direct free access enti the my company if no Maripoma, one of the best local contractors on also na tema motorway expansion project. Now there are different sources of funding. You got some funds from Afrism. You're using government of Ghana also, and also a loan facility be from to also support. Now, you say COVID-19 far is also be brave. Na ebasa no. Wa onim say maybe cry twam. Na school kra ne enko. Ejuma kra ne enko. Asori kra ne enko. Nti ma world economy no ebafo.
Yeah.
The sense no omo ani ye use omo sika external credit ani e woni nyina no mo jai sika no demand some mo fam omo withdraw sika no kopim say world economy no e be stable and on ma many of these projects no quite kakra but even with that no ofanko na government of Ghana e mano support kakra anti de bia no site
yeah
kopim say free so a when yesika ama up to now enra honorable Abuja say omo manisika enra
no kasa enra
Wednesday no was say omo manisika obo sika bi say 300 million so money for ofankots na me can you say almost share that say omo ntua contractors cantem it was a strategy almost say so omo ma contractors ka ebi e de kwa akofa ne omo frabuchire kwa akofa machines ne ade into no there will be a pressure on the dollar. So they've been doing various artificial things to keep the city to bring the city down. It's one of their fears. They say mutu contractors car kwa problem na ba na finance minister he be so twen no be reading the media review no which in his own calculations no by that time no na pressure be my into wait me because inflation cry say they say I feel no say omo accumulative 4 billion
nti a binding interest into no timamufo suffer
and you must suffer pa can you imagine say from January to like I say from December cry to August year room into contractors ka
wow
do you know the rippling effect is serious.
Right,
but they did that deliberately.
Ordinary Ghanaian will feel maybe say na sika wo ha contractors no ye betimi dey twi omoka from
sika no
generate
sika no but omo so muntu
abroni
because omo feel say omo it will put pressure on the dollar and the CD dynamics no ama currency no akosoro
ndi
because no omo the two omo say omo na aye ama dollar no aba form CD ni kosoro nti nuntra
because me tin crofo bi one say sabe en satia na nyepe nyam crofo nyina na etimi dwene mano da sumina so ekwachiri MPP aban ko na wa ma contractors nyina free kwan ne so se na be ya NDC aban ho be tan na mbeka sa aban ba ye kro ntimi ntu aso
no your contract na contractor there who be do control no
okay
no contractors crowd there nanka aban abafofo no omo nyina they all move towards there because contractors omo ne current government e adwuma cause na otua de ka
yeah
and the MPP ni ntimi ko kan and as MPP party ni ntimi kan contractor be say adwuma we will not even listen to you contractors omo no they work with the ruling government because omo ye adwuma ma the country na abai tu omo ka but NDC for decided so omo tu omo ka deliberate the money was there.
Right after transition, Rose Minister ba ye no, what we no watena say pen edi nkomo say we transition nkrata mu di je kire e wo ministry ho no esi nchen a say bia menu Asenso Boakye wona na ye Rose Minister e na wokọ me na maba e ba to adwuma mu ye ne koduru he de ne de he na mu ye sa nkomudi ni bi akoso na
Debbie. Except that I'm a member of the Roads and Transport Committee. Nti na saying na omo pese road to omo de ban no mo hia committee na adwene ho nti no mo share ma me e kan me views chiro but just on that particular subject matter and it was in the name of the committee.
But adwuma wa ye bebrebe the one was supervise one monitor somebody ye misa wo ho hwe
and
the secret who they are not ready to listen to you.
There's too much partisanship in our body politics. Yeah, I say that because if this road minister is a friend, it's my colleague, my schoolmate, university mate, colleague. You know, it would have been even easier to do that, but yes, sir, it's all because of partisanship.
But do you feel bad, say, as a former minister? Na obi beto wadwuma so na wudim because if you hold hoping and ye kafi ho asemo a de obewura ona betima briefing ni pan se fia wukomi ABCD na asat now wontimi no wontena ase mbisa obibia.
Well, I'm available if he finds it useful necessary to seek my view or experience on something, I'll be more than happy because I do so with the understanding that I am doing for the country.
But do you feel bad?
No, I don't feel bad. I don't feel because it's not duty bound to do that. But there are some I know who have done that. Yeah, who have done that. Oh, this we work on be with my friends. Oh, this, you know. Send it here now.
Project by road project by na.
But there's when I was the housing minister.
No, country.
No, housing ministry. The housing minister. He's called me a couple of times to ask me about projects. And the entity person
and this by
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the housing minister.
The Rose Minister,
Baby.
Project Ben and a dawa kuma super say main Rose Minister. Say a coin we yetimi wie AMPP aban timi wie nkame da masumbe tome pa and afufi anto ata to me friend PP sir.
Any Kumasi Accra dualization, Accra Kumasi dualization. 107.3 Damakuma super. Not because I'm from Kumasi. Not because I use that road all the time, but because of its economic importance to the development of our country. Who just needs little resources and little effort to get it completed. No, politics no more.
Right, Meda say Bibia ni akwan ho a ye ni party nkomo 2 minutes enye party nte from akwan 7 from but efie ni fie what by say ye di efie enkomo so kakra na ye hwede e wo fie so far I believe say what me ya adwen say MPP believe in reflecting, rebuilding to recapture. Killing process no so far it was saying as former minister and an MP.
Bonohine, abre koto abaya, you didn't go. Any be bree abamobu. Eyomoya. If you say be bree, you say abani boy juma pa. Ramontia say Eden abani timi ye juma say, especially the president. Let me akwa koto abana ye lusu say. It be bree dia bobo. Near the day. Now, some of the person can say losing an election is part of the political process. The whole world, parties, especially parties are almost 8 terms, no more year. In America, so far, many feel it's only President Reagan. And I'll hand over the vice president. Yeah. Don't do it is and yeah. So what I say. But we know you say a Juma, you bet me kunya na twas. Until say a election is a loose wa. Yadie. But in idea be a case busy da. The amount for enya botre. Na enome be a fee say. Yeah be a anku no. Before say nantine say hintina and out here. No say nanti.
Yeah.
The business anyi any atnas you call back to the drawing board. Then say, oh, we say you be an can say. You talk to the people who voted. The people who didn't come to vote. We are still in the process of doing that. Let me just say yes, our process when we are. Let's say who and no be our missteps. Steps be in ye next year correctina. Couple would abandon by no more year. Enko ye. And all one all come wajuna ni abecho. And the poor domo who cry all come member say hey. On can be all true, but I'm saying we are not some omode who a shankofum.
Yeah.
So where are by? Are we proud of this kind of administration? This kind of leadership? So to me, freedom of expression. Some 40 years ago, a breaky silence. Am Ghana for nya annoy the Kasam? And then walk over to radios, let's all come Wasamana. Yeah, I bet you. It's not good. So I was expecting opinion say, oh no, why your politics are check. Oh, think to me normal way happen. Look at this NDC for who are hard my office no they course. Look at Yablekuma. Crime is going on without impunity. It's like a failed state. When they decided to right from even campaign time, say Chief Justice I'm sorry, not true to their words. Chief Justice. Now, more finding bibia Eddie Pamono. Is it good? Is it fair? It's not good. I was expecting Senka, baby Eddie Ghana be drew. I Ghana for tomorrow. Come with me at Tenassi. No let me take Ghana to the next level so that it will benefit the ordinary Ghanaian. Not to come and settle personal scores. So say why do you say attorney about for the day by inti who cases be a person be prosecuting no e be on prema on the person into person we no free na ko for be or buy or kan ana and then know this so that is not good. Yeah,
right. But yeah, if you are some kakrebi me person how because I know who you are. Yanka hit a free Kennedy camp Bawumia camp you be then amma then you see a party ni na ajubrete me ba. Sorry.
Me PhD projects no na say open details and all the projects I in or didn't na send me.
Okay.
Because me ba no say me say you know team na. Oni nyina they send me Into no we are meet me abubacho.
Okay, ya mo bokra ne hia. Na yeah expose omo na we
greater handful. Yeah. Upgrading of pram and yam rules. No nkwana say 10 kilometers. Upgrading of surface dressing on internal roads within Agyapong township. Surface dressing on internal roads within the Agyapong Junction near Hilton View Hotel. You know, upgrading of lot 3. It was 10 kilometers. How was it there? Wali, and also Gambaga Nampaduri Road, Dabuya Maguri. Eastern Corridor Rules, Lot 6.
Okay. I wish Yabeje Monday at Nasia Rose
from Uti to Greater Accra.
Okay.
I had missed the list now. Okay.
And don't worry, young party as na yanko. Yabeje listen na fi ya twaso. So then the Bema Sundiaba, Kennedy Bawumia. Do you think that 1st January 2026 early elections, presidential primaries, in the bit mama jubre abana?
It can't because many people independent be brief say the yen in tema na kasa be brave no switcha and as yen in terms so elections yeah some my coalitions but even at their constituency level crown we na nkofo di do ho term na they you need some time for healing until I'm for the cast yen in terms some of us if you say ne kwaso ano na mimi me who say normally no omo leaders no ya na omo enyom na problem omo di echi no ene ya na ekofo boy for na ade because me say Kennedy any Bawumia hia na so wo kasa di nkomo a e dey na wo di echi so wo kon tokwa nti omo na ide afutu omo say omo nya asa ade na we are looking for somebody me no when I'm going to vote I will look at the dynamics. So what you say?
But for now, wouldn't you favorite we are?
Oh, I'm almost concluded who I believe can win for us.
Your best take it here, why?
Oh, open say we had come. Now to say what the deal to.
Brand
so guy open tissue.
Brand
who want to carry your tissue now?
Bra, where you feel, bra?
But I have no doubt in my mind. two about for phone. I mean, you lose relation for phone. Now my journey, you know, my class I've looked at all the candidates, and I've come to firm conclusion. Almost 95%. It's not even 100%. 95%. I've come to firm conclusion. Say there's a particular candidate who beat me abua. Am I yet me a winning?
Is it yet was one SSM?
I'm so too sure. Too sure. Too sure. No, director, no, cha. Too sure so on pay me cry. No, we shall to pay.
Also, boombe, too sure.
Too sure, no, on pay more. Until no pay. Now, I'm not giving you indication of who you. I'm saying that open to lot of numbers. I'm not going to